Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks again for joining us here this evening on LPS Media. Friday, February the 3rd, 2023. What a game we have for you here this evening. MVC rivals, North Andover and Lawrence, getting after it here tonight at LHS. A little programming note for you. We will have a couple of very special guests during the second quarter. Superintendent of Schools, Juan Rodriguez, will be joining us, as well as the superintendent of North Andover Public Schools. That is Dr. Greg Gilligan. Very excited to have them join us here this evening. Meanwhile, number 1 in the state, Lawrence, gets it inside to Isaiah Toby, puts it up, puts it in. Lawrence High on top 2-0 here on the first possession of the ball game. North Andover with a record of 9-4. They are ranked at number 7 in the state right now. Of course, that's according to the MIAA power rankings. North Andover on their first possession of the game. They get inside to Jake Denny, senior captain, can't convert, and Canary comes up the other way into the paint, slashing to the bucket, but he can't finish. Out of bounds, last touch by the Knights, and the Lancers will retain possession here. 2-0, Lancers leading. 45 seconds into the game. Reyes inbounds, finds Marius. Kicks it out to Grunon, thought about the 3, now puts it down. Danny Reyes. 25 on the shot clock, here's Canary. Switching to the right hand, Grunon inside to Toby, passes intercepted, the Lancers turn it over, and here come the Knights in transition. Zach Farrow tees it up, comes up short. Grunon with the long pass, intercepted by North Andover. Lawrence High gets a steal, it's Obi Luciano. Ball loose again on the floor. No whistle just yet, and now we have a tie-up. Grunon fighting for it with Cam Bethel. A little bit of sloppiness. Possession arrow will give the ball to North Andover here in the first quarter. 2-0 Lancers, 6:43 to play here in the first. This is Farrow, the sophomore, to Bethel. Now Denny. Denny, the captain, stops his dribble, looking to pass. Hands it off. Denny gets it back. Knights swing it around. 3-ball from Bethel is good. North Andover takes the lead. It's 3-2 Knights. Marius Canary with the left hand gets to the basket, but he can't finish. Ball on the ground. Luciano on the offensive glass, gets the board, puts it up, draws the foul, and Obi is getting to the line for a pair of free throws here in the first. 6:11 to play. First quarter action. Lancers down by 1. Score remains 3-2, North Andover on top. Foul is called on Jake Denny. Again, he's a senior captain. That's the first on him. Luciano ties it all up at 3, and here comes Zach Farrow for the Knights. Reyes comes out to meet him at half court. Inside to Denny. Denny working on Toby. Doney with a spin move, puts it up, front rims it though. Rebound goes to Lawrence, here's Toby. Gets it to Canary. Canary stops now into the paint, kicks it out to the near side. Here's the 3-ball from Reyes, it's no good, long rebound, comes all the way out to Catalano, who puts it up. He draws the foul, he's getting to the line for a pair of free throws. Foul's gonna go on Reyes. First personal for him, first foul of the game for Lawrence High. Nico Catalano is a sophomore. First free throw is good as North Andover regains the lead. Catalano makes them both, and the Knights lead by 2 here. Reyes up to Grunon. Grunon has it deflected out of bounds. Remains Lancer ball. Luciano ready to inbound here, 29 to shoot for the Lancers. Canary guarded by Cam Bethel here. Tough assignment for Bethel as Toby sets the pick. Canary looking for a lane, brings it to the rack, draws the foul. Nice move by Marius to attack the cup. Gets the call, and he'll be at the stripe. Nope, check that, no shot on the play. The foul came before the shot attempt. So Lawrence has to inbound, they get it to Obi. Toby puts it up off the glass. No good, and here come the Knights. They have the ball in a 2-point lead. Here's the three from the far side. It's good from Jake Denny. The big man can shoot. 8-3, the Knights lead. Reyes draws the foul. That's a blocking foul on North Andover. Reyes rewarded for his bravery, going strong to the cup. 2 shots coming up for Danny Reyes. He was in the act of shooting as the foul occurred, so Danny Reyes granted a pair of foul shots here in the first quarter. Lancers down by 5. First free throw is good for the senior Reyes. Eight to 4 after the first free throw. Now make it 8-5, 3-point game. Lancers bringing press. North Andover prepared for it as Denny gets it over the timeline. It's going to be a foul on Marius Canary. He nods his head in agreement, and he gets a pat on the back from Jake Denny. Good sportsmanship, a little first quarter banter between the two captains. Denny gets ready to inbound. Knights have the ball in a 3-point lead. Here's the 3 ball, comes up short. That was Zach Walensky, the junior captain that is. Came up empty on the 3. And so the Lancers have a chance to come within 1 or tie the game on this possession. 4:37 to go here in the first. Grunon back to Luciano. Luciano traveled with it. Once again, folks, programming note. We're excited to have a couple guests joining us in the second quarter. Lawrence Superintendent Juan Rodriguez, as well as North Andover Superintendent Dr. Greg Gilligan, will be joining us in the second quarter to help me out. They're going to do a little bit of color commentary. Nice block there by Canary. Here come the Lancers in transition. Marius for 3. A little long on the shot. Toby gets the board. Foul on the rebound attempt. It's going to be a loose ball foul. Foul's going to go on North Andover. Jake Salfrank, the junior, called for the loose ball foul. Lancer ball here, and that's an offensive foul on Lawrence. North Andover will take over here. They've got the ball now and a 3-point lead. Salfrank with the pass to Denny. Denny to Farrow. Denny gets it back. Denny kicks it out. Farrow, the long 3, front rims it. Rebound is loose. Canary has it, trying to get it to Ocasio, but a travel. Knights get it back after the travel by Lawrence. Just past the halfway point here in the first quarter. Defensive struggle so far, 8-5, the Knights trying to get the road upset against the top-ranked Lancers. Here's the 3 from the far side, long on the shot. Lancers get the defensive rebound. Canary up the near side. Canary has a mismatch on Farrow, takes advantage, gets to the basket, but he can't finish. Rebound to Lawrence, here's Ocasio. Ocasio to a wide open Canary. Lays it in for an easy 2. Lancers are within 1. North Andover has done a good job beating the press so far here tonight. Ball is loose, and now, just as I say it, the Lancers get a turnover. Marius on the baseline puts it up. Can't get the finish. The touch just isn't quite there yet for Marius Canary. He's missed a couple of layups, tough layups. Denny for 3, no good. Toby with the rebound. What a great board by the big man. Tipped out of bounds over on the far side. And it's going to be, let's see whose ball. The referee is giving the ball to Lawrence High as it was deflected out of bounds by North Andover. Lancers down by 1, 2:57 remaining in the first. Isaiah Toby gets it in. Ocasio to Canary. Marius to the right hand, switching to the left, driving into the paint, puts it up, but he gets stripped. Lancers aggressive, getting it to the basket. They have not yet attempted a 3. North Andover, on the other hand, has made a couple. Denny gets into the lane, can't finish though. Denny, second chance, can't finish. Tough breaks there. Jake Denny missing twice from point blank range. Lancers still down by 1. Canary gets stripped again, out of bounds, and it's going to be Lancer basketball. Out to Felix Rosario, now Ocasio. .210 to play in the first. Ocasio into the paint, makes a nice move. What a finish by Ocasio. Slicing and dicing through the D. And here comes the press. Rosario trying to trap Farrow. Farrow gets it over. Farrow to Denny. Denny into the paint, leaves it down. That's a great pass. And a foul on Lawrence. Denny went up, and he left it down for Jake Salfrank, number 21 in black. Salfrank couldn't finish, but he'll be at the line. First free throw, no good. Lancers lead 9-8 on the layup by Ocasio just a moment ago. 1:51 remaining here in the first. Salfrank misses again. Pass inside is deflected and picked off by North Andover. So the Lancers turn it over here. North Andover with a chance to take the lead. Knights down by 1. Toby getting his hand on it. Rosario on the break. Puts it up, can't finish. Here's Ocasio. Cross-court pass to the near side. Now Ocasio gets it back. It's Joendi Rosario. Joendi, inside pass. Layup is no good. Offensive board. And a foul is called. Foul occurred before the shot. So the Lancers set to inbound here from the baseline. It'll be Joendi Rosario to do the honors. Gets it into Felix Rosario. Toby stepped on the baseline. And so, once again, North Andover with a chance to take the lead here. They're down by 1 with under a minute to play in the first. Lancers trying to get a turnover using the press. Felix Rosario almost intercepts it. The Lancers thought it was last touched by a Knight. They don't get the call though. Foul right at midcourt. 49 seconds to play here in the first. Lancers get called for the push. Joendy Rosario called for the push here late in the first quarter. Knights throw it away, though. They can't make the most out of that possession, and the Lancers take over with 45 seconds to work with. Home team with the ball in a 1-point lead, 9-8 here in the first as Reyes brings it up. Rosario, baseline drive, puts it up, can't finish it though. The rim's not kind here tonight at LHS for either team. Nice drive to the basket. Foul called on the way to the cup as Zach Walensky, the junior captain, earns himself a pair of free throws here with 20.9 seconds left in the quarter. First free throw good, all tied up at 9. We'll see here if Walensky can break the tie. He does, and the Knights have a 1-point lead. 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Here's Reyes. 15 to play. Reyes guarded by Farrow, 10 seconds now. Obi Luciano, 7 seconds. To the corner, Ocasio, 4-3, knocks down the corner tray. And time runs out as Ocasio steals the inbound pass at the end of 1 quarter of play. The score, Lawrence High 12 and the North Andover Scarlet Knights 10. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers Athletics, broadcasting on Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41, and of course always on YouTube. We are very excited. We are going to have a couple of guests joining us here in just a moment. We're going to have the superintendents of both Lawrence and North Andover in just a moment here as we get set to get this second quarter underway. Score after 8 minutes of action, 12-10, Lawrence High School leading. And welcome, gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you into tonight's broadcast. We've got the Knights ranked number 7 in the state. We've got the Lancers ranked number 1 in the state. We have Dr. Greg Gilligan, Superintendent of North Andover Public Schools. We have Juan Rodriguez, Superintendent of Lawrence Public Schools. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here this evening.
Jay, thanks for having us. We appreciate it. And Dr. Gilligan also for coming over to check in with us.
Jay, thanks for having us. Great to catch up with Superintendent Rodriguez before the game. And it's great to be over here in this, rivalry at the border here.
So, Mr. Rodriguez, I'll start with you. What has made you such a big sports fan? Over the years, I have seen you at so many games all across the state. Where does your fandom come from, and what do you think of the team this year?
I think, sports is, something very productive for kids. Athletics, of course, I was a football player, baseball player, basketball player when I was younger. Always enjoyed being part of a team, things like that. And again, the sporting events are where we see, coaches who oftentimes work in the school districts, students, parents, community members, all together in healthy competition that I think is really positive for everybody involved. Greg, I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
Well, I mean, certainly it's sports, just like fine arts and other teams and programs. It's an opportunity for students to create bonds with, fellow players, and they learn the value of sportsmanship, hard work, work ethic, and have some fun while they're doing it.
I think, we were talking earlier also, I think both head coaches are middle school teachers in the respective districts. And I think, again, it's just great that we have local folks who are not only coaches of the teams, but also working to educate the kids at different levels in both school districts.
So the teams exchange baskets here, 16-13, as we move our way into the second quarter here. Could either of you tell me a little bit about the MIAA and these power rankings? We're pretty excited here in Lawrence to have that #1 ranking. Is that something that you two as superintendents get kind of hyped about, kind of excited about, or do you try to stay humble until the playoffs come around?
Yeah, I think obviously it's always great when you have a highly ranked team. For me, this year, Jay, I've spent a little time trying to understand the power rankings and the formulas that are a little bit complex to understand. But again, whether you're ranked number 1, number 10, or number 15, they're all going to have a chance to meet again, in the tournament, which I think is something great for any school to participate in.
Yeah, it's certainly exciting, the rankings. Obviously Lawrence has been up there all year long, and North Andover has really climbed in to that top 10 spot. So it's quite a credit to the work that the student athletes do, the coaches. Really just amazing that we have a couple teams here in the Merrimack Valley Conference, tops in the state.
So the Knights take the lead on the three-pointer, 19-17. North Andover trying to come away with a big road upset here in Lawrence. So either of you, if you could tell us about your coaches. You've got middle school coaches, Moose Moore, Paul Tanglis. What do these guys do for the community, for the program at large? And that's going all the way down to the youth ranks and talking to kids in middle school and even sometimes in the 5th or 4th grade level.
I think, like you said, both coaches, I think, are very well respected amongst their peers, especially, for the efforts and also the quality of their coaching. I think, coaching really it's really more than a full-time job, right? They have a full-time job as teachers, and then coaching you can consider another full-time job with the amount of practice, planning, touching in with students, mentoring, working with kids to be involved in summer camps, things like that. To me, it's really a passion that they both seem to have, to make sure that kids have quality opportunities.
I mean, they certainly make an impact in kids' lives. Coach Tanglis does a great job. Particularly, it's pretty awesome having a middle school teacher as a coach because that's an age where you get to know a lot of the kids. But more importantly, he just does a really good job running a program that's not just about wins and losses, but about doing the right thing, being a good citizen, and he's all the way down to even the young kids running clinics on Saturdays with the Booster Club. Just a great job overall.
About 3 minutes here into the second quarter. North Andover on a little bit of a run. They've got a lead of 24-17. Couple more for you before I let you guys enjoy the rest of the game. Just as superintendents, just give us a view into your daily schedule. What's the most challenging part about being a superintendent, athletics or otherwise?
I think, me, just in the last 3 weeks, obviously, Zeb has a lot more experience than I do in the leadership position. But for me, it was the most difficult thing in the last 3 weeks. And my colleagues in the Merrimack Valley Superintendents group have helped me just dealing with weather decisions. That has been something, that I was never, ever involved in prior to. Obviously teaching and learning, family engagement, assessment, things like that. I had a lot to do with, but trying to figure out, okay, is this forecast the best forecast we have? Trying to figure out what's the best decision for 13,000 students and families, 2,500 employees. I think has been something very difficult for me to make decisions on, but obviously our operations team and also my colleagues in the Merrimack Valley have helped me make those decisions.
Certainly snow days and inclement weather were stressful, and they still are, but they were a lot more stressful prior to the pandemic. I think some of the challenges we've faced being a superintendent and meeting the needs of our kids and meeting the needs of community members and meeting the needs of supporting our staff in terms of social, emotional health, academics, you name it. They've all been a challenge, but the weather, it never ends. I mean, I set the alarm often at 3 a.m. on nights where it's going to be 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts just to make sure the power's still on. Superintendent Rodriguez has done a great job connecting with me and the local other supers here, connected to talk about it. We don't go to school to be meteorologists, and it's not something we've studied. And then we're tasked with making that decision. And as much as we like to make it the night before, oftentimes it's a morning call.
Right.
And, that brings sometimes joy and sometimes, you know, oh my God, it's, you know, we got to go to school today. So.
Oh, yeah. 24-19, Knights on top by 5 here in the second quarter. I'm going to let you guys go enjoy the game in just 1 second. Last one left. Let's say there's no Lancers game. Let's say there's no Knights game to watch. It's a Friday night, maybe during the summertime. What are these two superintendents doing on their Friday night? You cooking, eating with the family, watching some shows, playing PlayStation maybe? What's on the schedule for a free night at your house?
You know, free nights, like for example, like last night we didn't have any athletic events or any extracurriculars, so I swung by Northern Essex. A lot of our former Lancers are on the Northern Essex basketball team. You know, one of our teachers is also an assistant coach over at Northern Essex, so I was able to go over, watch Jeremiah Angel, Luis Reynoso, Malachias coach, Christian Kingsley. So I went over there to catch that game. But if it's during maybe an off season, during the summer, I would probably, on a Friday night, I would probably just go outside by my pool, jump in the water with my family, maybe have one of my stepsons, you know, make some barbecue on the grill for us. That's kind of what a wind down night would look like for me.
Well, if you're going to look at me, I love to eat. So Friday night's takeout night. You know, my wife actually works here at Lawrence High. And, you know, we've both, well, I've entered my 50s now. You know, by Friday, I often think, oh, boy, there's nothing going on. I'm interested in some other things. But as soon as I sit down, you know, I sometimes wiped out from the week. I could fall asleep pretty early on a Friday night. But, you know, typically if it's not the school year, I love getting down to Hampton or Salisbury down the beach. I love getting in the ocean and love to read. So those are really things I enjoy. But this is, Superintendent Rodriguez knows now. He's always known, but this is a really busy time of year with the weather, with the budgets, with everything going on. So
I'll take a moment to thank you both personally for spending the time here with us. First of all, Superintendent Rodriguez, for all that you've done for the city and the school system over the years. We thank you, and especially thank you for your daughter's sweatshirt. That's our family Lucky Lancer shirt. That's your daughter's Lancer sweatshirt that your wife gave to us as our lucky hand-me-down. So tell Kimberly we said thank you very much, because that's the lucky charm for us. And Superintendent Gilligan, as a North Andover High School graduate myself, class of '05, I know all the work that you've done over the years being a teacher in my high school. So thank you for helping North Andover public schools as much as you have over the years.
Jay, thanks for having us. This has been a blast, and you guys have a first-class production here. And it's been great to chat with Juan tonight. And Juan's doing a great job. So
yeah, I just think, you know, I've been to I don't know, hundreds of games, but this is actually the first time I've actually sat courtside. You know, so it's really it's really a great view, right? Like you get a different perspective here, right? Different angle on the game. And again, Jay, like Zeb said, thank you for having us, and we appreciate everything that LPS Media does to keep the community informed about what's going on with all the great things in the school district.
It's our pleasure, and these courtside seats are always open to the two of you, so you know where to find us. Thanks again so much. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thanks, yeah, you too, Jake.
Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you. Once again, folks, we want to thank you so much, Superintendent Rodriguez and Superintendent Gilligan, for joining us here tonight on the broadcast. A couple of great gentlemen who have done a lot for these two cities, city and town, I should say, over the years. I've had the pleasure of working alongside Superintendent Rodriguez here in Lawrence Public Schools for over a decade. And as I mentioned, I did graduate as Canary knocks down a three. I did graduate from North Andover High School back in 2005, and I have seen all the wonderful things that Superintendent Gilligan has done for that community. So once again, we want to thank them both very much for joining us here tonight on the broadcast. In the meantime, what a banger of a game we have here tonight. It's 25-24. We'll get back to a little play-by-play here as the Knights have a 1-point lead as we approach halftime. Lawrence High turns it over. Farrow on the near side takes a three. Can't make it, but he does draw the foul. And Farrow will be at the line. He's going to get 3 free throws, I believe. His foot was behind the line, yes. The referees confirm that his foot was behind the line. So Zach Farrow at the line shooting 3. North Andover on top by 1. First free throw rims out. .245 to play here in the second quarter. The foul was called on Obi Luciano. And Farrow misses the first 2. Third free throw is good. So here we are at 26-24. Lancers trying to tie or take the lead. Here's Luciano. Obi gets it to Reyes. Reyes over to Perez. Obi gets it back. Reyes in the corner. Obi trying to get it inside to Rosario. Loose ball. North Andover steals it. Lancers trying to steal it back, but North Andover gets it over the timeline. Over to the far side. 3 ball from Walensky is no good. Out of bounds. It's going to be Knights basketball. Knights ball. They've got a 2-point lead here. Lancers need a stop. North Andover playing almost a perfect road game here so far. 3 ball from the near side is good. Cam Bethel extends the lead to 29-24. Ocasio trying to get it inside. Pass was deflected out of bounds by the Knights. .154 to play here in the second. Lancers down by 5. Trying to cut into the lead here on this possession. Canary gets it down low to Reyes. Takes the jumper. No good. North Andover quickly gets it up ahead. Here's the 3 ball from the near side. Cam Bethel makes the Lancers pay. 32-24. Biggest lead of the game so far for the Knights. Reyes pulls up. Off on the shot. Rebound is collected by Lawrence High. With 1:29 to play here in the second quarter. It's an 8-point lead for the Lancers, for the Scarlet Knights, I beg your pardon. North Andover, the story of this game so far, has been able to beat the Lancer press. We've seen a lot of different strategies this season of how to beat the Lancer press. First free throw is good. Toby's going to come back into the game for Lawrence High. Reyes comes out. We've seen a lot of long passing techniques, a lot of dribbling techniques, a lot of ways for teams to try to get out of their trap, but it's been the quick passing, the inbound and the initial quick pass that has been successful so far for North Andover. They're not getting clogged in the corners on their own half of the court. And those quick passes have been very helpful to beat the Lancer press. The Lancer offense has been misfiring. Haven't shot well from the outside. They've missed a few layups, so the Lancers are going to try to tighten things up here as we move towards the halftime break. Scorers table talking things over here with the referees. We're checking the scoreboard, making sure that we have the correct score. We do have 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Currently, stadium scoreboard showing 31-25. That would be a 6-point lead for the Knights. And indeed, that's where we stand. A 6-point lead for North Andover here. And now the referee talking things over on the far sideline with head coach Paul Tanglis. And now once again, the referees huddle over at the scorer's table to talk about the score. Lancer head coach Moose Moore also in on the conversation. Moose doesn't seem too upset by it, but Coach Tanglis of North Andover doesn't seem too pleased by what the referees have decided. So once again here, late second quarter action. Both teams in the bonus, by the way. 1:29 to play in the second. 31-25 is our score. Knights ball after the missed free throw. Zach DeRochers hits the three. 34-25 is the score. Under a minute to play now. Francisco Santana. He was at the line just a moment ago. Now it's Ocasio. 8 on the shot clock for Lawrence High. Ocasio to the near side. Perez inside. Gets it to Santana. No good though. Knights ball. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Stolen by Ocasio. Here comes the fast break. Perez to the rack. Draws the foul. Naz Perez, a 6'5" guard, number 5. .5 seconds remaining in the first half. Walensky, the junior captain, picks up his first personal foul. And Naz will be at the line for a pair of free throws here. The Lancers down by 9. This equals the largest lead of the game for North Andover. Short delay here once again as the referees talking to the scorers table. Head coach Moose Moore trying to get a couple subs in here. The referee gives the thumbs up, and let's get to the free throws. The floor is cleaned up. The scoreboard's all set. It's a 9-point game here in the second. Naz makes the first. Rosario and Grunon come into the game. Santana and Toby head to the bench. 34-26, 28.5 seconds left in the quarter. Perez misses the second. Shot clock is turned off here. Lancers get a steal. Here's Perez. Ocasio had the block. Back to Perez, tipped out of bounds. Lancers possession here as it was last touched by North Andover. 18.8 seconds remaining here before halftime. Grunon from the corner, can't make it. Marius Canary draws the foul. No shot on the play, but he's getting to the line. Canary's frustrated here. He's missed a few layups. He misses the short range shot there. Hasn't quite found his touch yet, and that's probably the main reason why the Knights are leading here 34-26. It's also been some pretty good offensive ball movement and some pretty well-timed threes for the Knights. It's an 8-point game right now, and Canary makes the first free throw. (34-27) now. Lancers trying to cut into this lead and make their work a little bit easier in the third quarter on the other half of the break. Second free throw is no good. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. All the way up ahead to DeRochers. Stolen by Perez, 7 seconds for the Lancers. Here's Canary, 4 seconds. Canary with 3 seconds. Canary at the buzzer. Perez trying to tap it in. No good though. The Lancers and the Knights head to the locker room for a halftime break. The score, North Andover leading over the Lancers 34-27 here at halftime. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here this evening on LPS Media. We're going to take a short halftime break, and we'll be right back with the start of the third quarter.
Si los amas tanto como para meterte a buscarlos en el patio de juegos, entonces seguramente visitarás nhtsa.gov/protegidos para comprobar que van en el car seat correcto.
Me llamo Raquel Mendoza y esta es mi vida. Mis hijos están envueltos en muchas actividades. Eso requiere mucho estrés y correr para acá y para allá. A veces mi familia necesita un escape. Este lugar trae mucha paz y hay mucha calma, mucha naturaleza. Quiero regresar con mi familia más seguido.
Encuentra el bosque más cercano en descubreelbosque.org. El bosque, más cerca de lo que crees.
Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us here this evening on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers Athletics. MVC action here tonight in Lawrence. The visiting North Andover Scarlet Knights with the halftime lead, 34-27 is the score. The Lancers trying to come back here in the second half. Less than ideal circumstances in that first half. North Andover playing to their strengths. Grunon for three, can't get it to go. Rebound is loose, Toby has it. Now Canary. 7-point lead for the Knights here, opening possession of quarter number 3. Toby to the cup, gets it to go, but he traveled on the way in, and the Lancers turn it over. North Andover with the ball and a 7-point lead. It's Denny, gets it up ahead. Walensky, the junior captain, into the paint, has it partially blocked by Grunon. Now Canary comes in transition all the way to the basket. The little floater is good from Marius. Marius unable to score at the rim in that first half. He's off to a good start here in the second. Corner three for Bethel is no good. Fighting for the board is Canary. Here come the Lancers. Stolen, what a great steal by Cam Bethel. Bethel to Denny. Three ball is no good. Toby has it. Now it's Reyes. A very fast pace here in the first couple minutes of this third quarter. Reyes to the basket. Trying to pass to the corner. Fouled on the way in. That will not be a shooting foul. That's on Walensky. Walensky picks up his second personal. That's the first foul here in the second half. Lancer ball here, home team down by 5. Canary off the glass, he gets it to go. Marius with a pair of baskets here, and that's an offensive foul on North Andover. And the Lancer crowd making some noise here. Walensky called again for the foul. And the Knights want to call timeout to talk things over here with 6:38 to play in the third. The score, Knights 34, Lancers 31. Folks, thanks again for joining us here this evening on LPS Media. We'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools Flickr account. We have photos from sporting events, graduations, theater events, concerts, and so much more. The LPS Flickr account has over 10,000 photos and over 2.1 million views. So if you haven't checked out our amazing photography, now is the time. Get the Flickr app or go straight to flickr.com/people/Lawrence Public Schools. Once again, that's FLICKR.com/people/Lawrence Public Schools. A lot of good pictures, and I'm sure we'll have some new pictures from this evening. Our special guests, Superintendents Rodriguez and Gilligan, joining us. One of our producers, Suzanne Fernandez, taking some excellent photos of our special guests. So check out the Flickr account as soon as you can. Back to the action in a moment here. Danny Reyes gets set to inbound here with 6:38 to play in the third. Tight game here. Toby gets the inbound pass, puts it up. Toby off the front rim. Denny with a nice rebound, and the foul is going to go on Obi Luciano. That's the first foul of the second half for Lawrence. Lancers bringing press. North Andover was able to beat the Lancer press in the first half. Nice pass out to Bethel. Bethel pops it, comes up short. Bethel gets his own rebound, trying to fight through Toby. Over to the near side for Zach Farrow. Little floater is no good. Toby gets the board. And now Grunon. Grunon to the near side for Reyes. Toby gets it inside, puts it down, puts it up. Toby gets the roll. And the Lancers have cut the lead down to 1. Here's Farrow. Farrow guarded by Toby. It's a mismatch over to the far side. Farrow throws it away. And the Lancers have a chance to take the lead here on this possession. 5:48 to go. Obi Luciano can't get it to go. The Lancers have not shot well from the three-point range here this evening. This is Bethel. Denny. Denny is fouled by Luciano. Obi frustrated with the call, but Obi grabbed him on the way in, and Luciano picks up his third. Ocasio comes into the game for Obi. All the way to the rim, the left-hand finish by Catalano. Three-point game now. Here's Grunon, lost it on the ground. Turnover Lawrence, fast break. Farrow for three, knocks it down. Zach Farrow hits the open three, 39-33, 5:10 to play in the quarter. Ocasio running the point. Here's Canary with under 5 minutes to go in the third. Reyes, guarded by Farrow. Reyes steps back, finds Marius. Marius kicks it for Ocasio, knocks down the three. The Lancers really needed that. Jonathan Ocasio makes it a three-point game. Tense moments here at Lawrence High. Knights with possession and a three-point lead. 4:25 to go here in the third. Toby guarding Denny. Walensky to the left hand. Inside, that's a great pass. What a pass to Catalano, who finishes with the lay-in. Ocasio up the other way. Inside to Marius Canary. Canary on the baseline to the right hand. Canary finds Toby. Couldn't jam it home. Missed the dunk. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Farrow can't finish. Toby gets the board. Here's Canary. Canary in transition. Nice pass to Grunon, but Grunon can't finish. And now here come the Knights. Catalano. Zach Farrow. Ocasio going for the steal. He gets called for the foul on the reach-in. Joendi Rosario is going to come in the game for Lawrence High. And so is Sebastian Silverio. Here's the pass into Walensky. Rosario guarding. Into the corner. Canary guarding. Inside pass to Denny. Denny can't finish. That's good defense. Foul. Fouls on Lawrence High. Canary picks up the foul. That's 2 on him. 4 fouls on Lawrence High here in the second half. 5-point lead for the Knights. They have possession. Nice bounce pass into Denny. Can't get the layup. Loose ball. Tied up. A whistle. Foul's going to go on Lawrence. Ocasio gets his third. Lawrence, 5 fouls now here in the second half with 3:12 remaining in the third. North Andover on track to be in the bonus before long. Already 5 fouls on the home team. Once again, 3:12 remaining here in the third. Here's the inbounds pass to Denny. Tipped away. That's good defense by Ocasio. It'll remain Knights ball here with 31 to shoot. .308 on the clock here in the third. Knights by 5 with the ball. Walensky guarded by Rosario. Walensky with the right hand to the cup. Offensive foul. Walensky called for the offensive foul. The old forearm shiver by the junior Walensky. That's his 4th personal. That's a big one for North Andover. Walensky has 4. 3rd team foul for the Knights here in the second half. Here's Canary. Home team down by 5. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Rosario to Silverio. Now Ocasio. Ocasio with a nice move, trying to slash through the paint. Out to Perez. Perez driving. What a move! Can he finish on the second chance? No. Rebound goes to Farrow. Perez, pretty strong move in the paint, but he couldn't finish. DeRochers kicks it. Now Farrow. Tipped away. Lancers get a turnover. Canary has it. Canary to the rim. Can't finish. Perez gets the roll! Nas Perez with a big bucket for the Lancers. And the Knights call timeout with 2:11 remaining in the third. The score, Scarlet Knights 41, Lancers 38. Wow, what a game so far here this evening. Let's take a quick look at the rankings. MIAA Power Rankings came out just this morning, February 3rd, 2023. Lancers at number 1, they're 15-1. Catholic Memorial, number 2 at 14-2. Central Catholic, the Lancers beat them twice this year so far, 10-3. Franklin High at number 4, they're 11-1. Needham High School, number 5, they're 11-1. Newton North, number 6, they're 11-3. And then you've got the North Andover Scarlet Knights at number 7, they're 9-4. At number 8, North High, they're 14-2. Lynn English, watch out for them, they're number 9, 16-0. That's right. Beverly, Lancers beat them in the Commonwealth Motors Christmas Tournament Finals. Beverly at number 10, they're 11-4, and that rounds out the top 10 in the power rankings. MIAA Formulaic Power Rankings. We've got number 1 and number 7 here tonight. The Knights trying to make some noise and get a road win here. They've got a 3-point lead. Lancers trying for a turnover. Perez has it. The Lancers get it to Silverio! And Sebastian brings the Lancers within 1. That's going to be a foul on Joendy Rosario. 6th foul on Lawrence High. Rosario picks up his 2nd. One-point game here. Knights have the ball and the lead. 41-40. Denny to inbound. Denny gets it in. Lancers trying to trap. Pass over to Farrow. Pass to the corner, DeRochers. DeRochers, good defense by Perez. DeRochers in trouble. He gets it to Farrow. Farrow to Denny. Denny driving baseline, spin move, cross-court pass, 3-ball, wide open, and it's good. Brian Giorda, the sophomore, hits the wide open 3. Now Canary fakes the 3 into the paint. Canary can't get it to go. Marius got to his spot, but he couldn't finish. 4-point game here. Foul on Lawrence. Rosario picks up another one. Seventh team foul on the Lancers here in the second half. Head coach Moose Moore upset, saying the foul differential is 7-3 right now. So at the line, Brian Giorda for the 1-1 as the Knights are now in the bonus. If he makes the first, he'll get a second, but the first free throw is a live ball. Free throw is good, so Giorda will get a second. It's 45-40 now. Second free throw is good. 46-40 the score. Lancers down by 6. Here's Marius. That's going to be a defensive foul on North Andover. The Lancers will inbound from the near side. DeRochers picks up the personal foul. That's his first, 4th on the team. Silverio gets it back to Canary. Marius to the near side. Here's the 3 from the near side corner. It's off the mark. Canary going for the board. And a foul called, a loose ball foul. Let's see who it's on. DeRochers gets another one. That's going to be his second personal. Lancer ball. Here's Felix Rosario out to Ocasio. 45 seconds left in the third. 25 on the shot clock for the Lancers. Canary to the right hand. Canary kicks it to the corner. Ocasio thought about it. Ocasio with the left hand spin move. Ocasio with the pass to Rosario. He gets the finish. What a pass by Ocasio to find the cutter, Rosario. Lancers bringing press, but once again, it's the quick passing from North Andover to advance up the court. Shot clock is off now. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Out of bounds, Lancer basketball. 12.8 to go here in the quarter. The Lancers, if they want, they can hold it for the last shot. Here's Canary, 10 seconds to go. Timeout Lancers with 8.9 seconds left. Moose and the boys want to talk things over before the final possession of this third quarter. The score, 46-42. Knights on top. Folks, we'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Get the app or open up your browser to watch our videos. We have over 1,000 from the last 10 years. Currently featured the Lawrence High girls basketball team in 2 recent home games, including their victory over GLTS. That's a must-watch for the girls basketball fans. The LHS boys basketball team, of course, they beat Haverhill earlier this season. They beat BC High last week. You want to check out those broadcasts, definitely go back and watch those. Couple of epic dunks, couple of epic threes, couple of big wins for the Lancers here in the regular season. So sports fans, basketball fans, check those out. And of course, go back to last season, go back to 2 seasons ago, go back 10 seasons if you want. Got all kinds of coverage for you to check out on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Lancers down 4, Canary for 3. Can't get it to go. Foul though, loose ball foul. Let's see who it's on. Confusion here, perhaps with the clock or the scoreboard. 5 seconds came off the clock. And there was a whistle after the missed three by Canary. And the referees at the scorer's table talking things over. So what happened was scorer's table accidentally left too much time on the clock. There were supposed to be 8.9 seconds left in the quarter. Now 1.9 seconds left after the missed three, and North Andover should have possession unless there was a loose ball foul. Trying to see who got the rebound after the missed three by Canary. We'll see whose ball it is here. 1.9 seconds on the clock after that play. So here we go, 1.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Lancer basketball. Lancers just under 2 seconds to work with before the end of the quarter. Ocasio trying to get it in. Rosario in the corner. The three is blocked at the buzzer. And we go to the fourth. 46 for North Andover, 42 for Lawrence High. 8 minutes to go here from the Fieldhouse at LHS. Folks, thanks so much for joining us here on LPS Media. We'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools website on any browser and on any device. Just head on over to lawrencepublicschools.org. Currently featured, LHS held a civics class that was visited by Superintendent Juan Rodriguez. The LHS mock trial team, they're ready for upcoming competitions, so check them out. And we'd like to congratulate Dylan Brown from the Frost School. Dylan is our LPS Artist of the Week. Remember, you can read about all these events and so much more at the LPS homepage, lawrencepublicschools.org. 4-point game here as we move to the fourth. Scarlet Knights at number 7 in the state. Lancers at number 1 in the state. They're only 5 minutes down the road, but the North Andover Knights trying to spoil the evening for the hometown Lancers. 8 minutes to go. Let's go down the home stretch. Knights basketball here. 46-42. Three ball from the corner. Farrow comes up well short. Ball loose. Knights still have it. Over to the near side. It's Bethel with the off-balance shot. Lancers get the rebound. Here's Marius Canary. Oh, Marius! The one-handed jam! A thunderous dunk from Canary. Oh my goodness, he rocks the rim. Oh, Marius. When this kid gets out in transition, look out. My goodness. Well, I guess we have to finish off this game. In the meantime, Denny says, you can get 2, but I can get 3 from the near side. 49-44. What a start to this fourth quarter. A couple for the highlight reel here as Ocasio cross-court pass. Toby, one dribble into the paint, gets the roll. Toby with a nice bucket for the Lancers. It's a 3-point game. And that's going to be a foul on Silverio. Sebastian picks up his first, 8th team foul. 1-1 for North Andover. They're in the bonus. Front half is no good. Rebound loose, and Toby has it. Here's Marius. Let's see if that dunk gets him going here. Ocasio now inside to Toby. Isaiah looking for Canary, but they couldn't connect. .6:12 to play in the game. Canary D'ing up on Denny. Now Silverio guarding Farrow. Kicks it to the far side. Nice spin move, but the shot comes up short from Catalano. Here's Silverio running the break. Silverio as it tipped away off of Ocasio. It's going to be Knight's ball. Looks like Grunon will come back into the game for the Lancers. Danny Reyes also getting back into the game for the Lancers. They've got their starting five out there now with the exception of Ocasio. Off-balance shot is no good. Ocasio the board. 3-point game. Here's Marius. Marius with a little Euro step. He draws the foul. And Canary will get to the line with 5:30 to play in the game, trying to bring the Lancers within one. Canary hits the first. Tense moments here at LHS. Knights leading by 2. Knights leading by 1 now. The Lancers have brought it down to 1 a couple of times here in the second half, but they haven't been able to tie or regain the lead. The Lancers need a stop here. Farrow to the basket. Ocasio the rebound. Here's Canary. Canary to the left hand. Picks up the dribble now. Looking for Toby. Now out to Ocasio. 23 to shoot for the Lancers. Canary gets it back. Marius on the drive. Can't get it to go. Canary. And on the other end, an easy layup in transition. Canary having trouble finishing at the rim here tonight with a couple of exceptions. Out of bounds. Knights ball here, 51-48 with 4:42 to play in the game. Referees changed the call, say it was last touched by North Andover. Ocasio open for 3, can't get it to go. Lancers have not shot well from the outside. Good defense by the Lancers, and head coach Paul Tanglis wants to save the possession, so he calls timeout with the score 51-48. North Andover leading by 3. Folks, we'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence High School website. Yes, that's the Lawrence High School website. On any browser and on any device, just head on over to lawrencehs.org. Currently featured, we'd like to shout out the former Abbott Lawrence Academy graduate, Ray Mojica. He is a collegiate cheer national and world champion. Ray, also a former member of our LPS media crew. Congratulations to him. There's a great picture of him, lawrencehs.org, holding a gigantic trophy. So it's been a pleasure working with Ray. Very happy that he has been able to overcome some health problems, a couple of surgeries as a teenager. Ray Mojica, a resilient kid, Congratulations, you are a national champion, the former Abbott Lawrence Academy graduate. You can check out his story as well as information about the other LHS academies. Just head on over to lawrencehs.org. .4:30 to play in the game. 3-point lead for the Knights. Lancers once again in need of a stop. Catalano to the basket, too hard off the glass, and it's grabbed by Reyes. Danny Reyes back to Ocasio. Grunon, 4-3, off the mark. Rebound, grabbed by North Andover. Grunon gets it back, and the Lancers have another possession here. Halfway through the fourth quarter now. We're at the 4-minute mark. Still a 4-point game. Fresh shot clock for the Lancers, 25 on it. Ocasio looking to drive, off balance, can't get it to go. Toby with the layup. Huge basket for Toby. Lancers pressing here. The Knights trying to work it up the court. This is Giorda, guarded by Reyes. Lancers crowd pleading for defense. Canary playing D. The rebound is loose. Toby has it. Ocasio on the break. Ocasio gives the Lancers the lead. 52-51. Lawrence High back on top. 3:10 to go in the game. Lancers trying to get another stop. Lancers looking for an offensive foul call. Do they get it? No. It's a timeout called by North Andover. Ocasio got knocked down on the backside of the play. Lancer bench looking for an offensive foul. They don't get it, but for the first time since the first half, the Lancers lead 52-51. What a game. What else is there to say? Well, we can take this opportunity to once again remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Some facts about our channel. In addition to our YouTube channel, we do broadcast, of course, on local cable, Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41. We are an urban school district in Lawrence, Massachusetts, serving more than 13,000 students in 38 fantastic public schools. Since joining YouTube over a decade ago in 2012, our channel has amassed over 1.8 million views on over 1,000 videos. So we want to thank you for being a part of our success. Thank you for watching LPS Media. It is a pleasure and a privilege to serve the city of Lawrence. Back to the action, 3:03 left in the game. 2-point game, 1-point game, I should say. North Andover regains the lead. That's a great play right out of the timeout. 53-52, Knights on top. 2:50 left in the game. Ocasio. Now Marius Canary. Inside to Toby at the free throw line. Lancers swinging it around. Here's Grunon. Knocks it down! Grunon with a dagger from the far side. 55-53, the Lancers back on top. Can the Knights answer back? Denny. Grunon guarding. Denny to the paint. Denny, what a block by Toby! An enormous defensive play. Toby with the rejection on Denny. What a block in crunch time. 2-point game now. Lancers on top. Here's Ocasio. Ocasio to the rack. He gets it to go. A left-handed layup by Jonathan Ocasio. 57-53, under 2 minutes to go. The Lancers have opened up a 4-point lead. Here's Denny. Denny for three. Air ball. Pass is blocked. Denny gets it back. Here's the pass into the corner. Canary is guarding Bethel. Bethel takes it. Can't make it. Rebound goes to Grunon. 1:20 to go in the game. The Lancers trying to complete an epic comeback, and head coach Moose Moore wisely calls timeout with a $1:15 to go in the game. Man, that last layup by Jonathan Ocasio, that was something special. Ocasio slashing and dashing through the lane, switching to the left hand in mid-air. The reverse layup goes, and that gives Lawrence a 4-point lead. Man, that was quite a basket. And then the Lancers get a stop on the other end. 4-point game. Lancers call timeout, and they will have 28 seconds on the shot clock at the end of this timeout. Take a breather here, folks. An epic ball game. One of the best of the season. Seen a lot of blowouts this season. We have seen a few close ones. A couple of epic games against Central Catholic. A close game in the Commonwealth Motors Christmas Classic final against Beverly. A tough, heartbreaking road loss to Worcester North. A lot of blowouts, a few close ones. This one has to take the cake, though. Lancers trying to complete the epic comeback. They were down by as many as 9 here in the second half. Can they finish the job? We are far from done here in Lawrence. It's Canary. 15 to shoot. Stolen. Lancers trying to get a tie-up. They do get the tie-up. Lancers have it via the possession arrow. So the Lancers catch a break there. Referee's asking if there was a change of possession here, because if there was a change of possession, the Lancers get a fresh 35. And they're talking to each other. The Lancers believe that there was a change of possession, which means a fresh shot clock. Did North Andover possess the ball? The referees have determined that, yes, in fact, North Andover did possess the ball. Lawrence then tied it up for the jump ball, and the Lancers have it on the possession arrow. Now they want to talk things over, but that's the situation for you folks. The big question is, did North Andover possess the ball before the jump ball? Either way, we know it will be Lancer basketball, so that's not a question. The only question here is how much time on the shot clock. Both teams getting a breather here as we wait for the referees to sort things out with the score 57-53, 4-point lead for the Lancers. Right now the shot clock does show 35 seconds. Now it looks like they've changed the call. 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Lancers. So now they are ruling that there was no change in possession. So the Lancers will have the ball with 7 seconds to shoot. And the Lancers want to call timeout to talk things over with 7 seconds on the shot clock and the tie-up occurring with 1:15 to play in the fourth quarter. So that's the situation, 1:15 to play in the game. Now the shot clock showing 18 seconds, all kinds of stuff. The scoreboard changing every couple of seconds here. So you know what? We're just going to wait until the action resumes to reset the situation. In the meantime, We appreciate you viewing tonight's broadcast. Thank you for watching Lancers Athletics here on LPS Media. Our Lawrence High student athletes work hard in the classroom and in their athletic endeavors. We're so proud of their sportsmanship, effort, and resilience. We're absolutely thrilled to have these student athletes representing our city and our school system. We encourage you to support Lawrence Lancers Athletics. See the future on display. Attend Lancers events at Lawrence High School. For a complete schedule and more information, please visit merrimackvalleyconference.org. Almost ready here to get back to the action. The referees at the halftime break telling us it's been a bit of a struggle here with the scoreboard and the clock situation. A couple of wonky situations here with the shot clock and with the scoreboard, but we want to make sure everything is squared away. All right, so here we go. 59 seconds left in the game. Lancer basketball, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Danny Reyes, fakes the pass. Reyes looking, gets it into Canary. 10 to shoot. Here's Marius. Marius driving to the basket. He can't finish. He went for the cutthroat dunk. Couldn't make it. On the other end, the layup is good from Walensky. 57-55. The Lancers lead by 2. 30 seconds on the shot clock. 36 seconds on the game clock. Here's Reyes. Timeout called by head coach Moose Moore. .33 seconds to go in the game. Lancer basketball. The Lancers have 26 seconds on the shot clock. That's about an 11-second difference, shot clock to game clock. So that means that regardless of the outcome here, barring an offensive rebound, the Knights will have at least 11 seconds to work with when they get the ball back. Again, that's barring any sort of offensive rebound by Lawrence High. An offensive rebound could ice the game. But aside from that outcome, North Andover will have at least 11 seconds to work with. Right now it's a 2-point game. The Lancers trying to draw something up to extend this lead. I'm just going to let the crowd speak for itself here in this timeout. Amazing Friday night vibes. Just immaculate scene here at Lawrence High. The visiting North Andover crowd behind us. They're represented well. They're fired up. The Lancer cheerleaders, the Lancer students, the city faithful, everybody here in attendance to enjoy some Friday night MVC action, and it does not get any better than this. It's a 2-point game with 33 seconds to go. Lancers have 26 seconds on the shot clock. Into Grunon. Back to Reyes. Here's Reyes. To Toby. Grunon for 3. Knocks it down! Ryan Grunon with the dagger from the near side corner. 60-55. What a bucket for Ryan Grunon! And on the other end, North Andover answers back. Catalano gets 2 and draws the foul. He's getting to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. .3 seconds left. 60-57 the score. Catalano has a chance to make it a 2-point game. Potentially, North Andover could try to miss on purpose. He does miss. Canary with the rebound, and he's immediately fouled. The Lancers could ice the game with free throws. So after the basket by Zach Walensky, it's 60-59. They added that last basket very slowly. Now it's back to 60-57. Scoreboard operators having a tough night here. I don't know what to say. 2 points were added and then taken back off. The score is 60-57. 1-1 for Marius Canary. First free throw is good. And the Lancer faithful can relax for the time being. They've got a 4-point lead. Timeout, North Andover. Marius Canary all but ices the game with the free throw. 4-point game here with 8.5 seconds left. I think he knows now. I think he knows. Yeah. I'll go grab him. I didn't pace myself well enough. It got too crazy. Yeah, no. Bigelow TV. So Canary's going to be at the line here for the back half of the 1-1. He made the first to essentially ice the game, barring a miracle. 8.5 seconds to go. And here's Marius trying to make it a 5-point game. He does. 62-57. Here come the Knights. 5 seconds to go in the game. Corner three from Denny is off the mark. Ocasio the rebound. And that's going to do it, folks. The Lancers, #1 in the state of Massachusetts. It took an epic comeback, but Lawrence High defeats North Andover 62-57. An amazing comeback win for the home team. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on LPS Media. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with some post-game coverage.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us here on LPS Media. The Lancers pick up a 62-57 comeback victory against the Scarlet Knights of North Andover. I'm joined by Sebastian Silverio and Jonathan Ocasio of the Lancers. I'll start with you, Sebastian. Tell us about the comeback. What came up in that second half that got you guys some momentum? You coming off the bench there in that second half. What changed the game?
I think we're a great group of guys, and I feel like we grew as a team, and we understand when we need to pick it up, and when we know when we're starting off flat, and that's what we did. We went in that locker room, and we spoke amongst each other, and we told each other that we were flat, and we had to come out better.
Jonathan, what did North Andover do in the first half to get you guys off the game? Were they beating your press, or was it something they were doing offensively?
It was a lot of ball movement, and just a lot of ball movement. They were able to knock down shots and take us out of our press. But we were able to keep up the pressure. We got to turn around in the second half.
Sebastian, how does a 16-1 team, #1 in the state, how do you stay hungry? How do you stay motivated? How do you wake up tomorrow with the same kind of energy that's got you to this point so far?
I think, man, it's just working, man. Every single day we come in here just trying to get better every day. Like one of the coaches said, he said, it's not going to get easier. It's just going to get harder and harder. And I feel like us as a group, we need to understand that so we don't come across, something we don't want to come across.
And last one for you, Jonathan. What's practice going to be? Is Moose going to be in a good mood or a bad mood after this win? It was fun for us to watch, but how does your head coach going to react to this game against North Andover?
It wasn't a great win. It wasn't what we wanted it to be. Practice might not be the best, but we just got to work every day and get better. You know, our goal is a state championship, and we're looking to get it this year.
So I want to thank you, our viewers, for watching LPS Media. Sebastian, Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us. For my entire crew that made this broadcast possible, my name is Jay Oza. Thanks for watching LPS Media, and we'll see you next time.